In 54 days, join the general strike against the duopoly. The American Union demands Congress immediately pass our crowdsourced legislative package, which will end poverty, end mass incarceration, and end the endless wars. This includes ending the federal war on drugs. Most Americans, myself included, can't remember a time we weren't fighting this war, and we've seen the body count climb for decades. Enough is enough. We can choose peace instead. Here's what the blueprint would do. First, on passage, drugs would be essentially decriminalized on the federal level. They'd still be illegal, but there would be a blanket exemption for recreational use. At the same time, banks would no longer be prohibited from doing business with companies that are tangentially related to drugs. Next, there are various UN treaties which bind us to the drug war. By the end of 2022, the United States would give notice that we are going to opt out. Federal courts would be directed to automatically expunge previous drug convictions within 1 year. Anyone who's currently serving a criminal justice sentence for a federal drug offense would be entitled to a judicial review. The FDA would issue regulations for purity and labeling of drugs, and the DOJ would set up an office to issue grants related to restorative justice, including for things like legal aid, job training, education, and providing substance use treatment for anyone who wants it. This would be funded by a 12% retail sales tax on recreational drugs, although startup funding will be liberated from the Office of the Drug Czar's current budget. And then, on New Year's Day 2024 at 12:01 a.m., the Controlled Substances Act would be wiped from the books. Just like at the end of alcohol prohibition, states would be able to decide, do they want to opt into a framework for regulation and taxation, or do they want to keep drugs illegal? Because drugs are not harmless. But the drug war has caused so much more harm in the 50 years since Richard Nixon ramped it up as part of his re-election strategy. If you know that to establish justice, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty, we need to negotiate an end to this war, join the general strike against the duopoly in 54 days, as we the people demand peace, justice, and prosperity.